hooping is making a big comeback in the United States. The chances are it's only a matter of time before the fad hits our shores. I understand in the East it's huge. Most of us remember swivelling a hoop around our waists as children, but these days adults are into it too. Even First Lady Michelle Obama has championed it for its fitness benefits. Our reporter Fleur Banger met a woman who's making a career out of it and got some tips on how it's done these days.
I am not a woman who's blessed with particularly wide hips. That's why I haven't done any hula hooping since I was a little girl. But the woman standing across from me has been doing it emphatically for the last little while. I'm with Lucinda Marty out at Alfred Cove, and she is a hula hooping aficionado. Lucinda, how did you get into it?
Well, about 3 years ago, I went to a party and there were these very big hoops, and my daughter picked it up and she did it and loved it, and a few weeks later I finally picked it up myself and discovered that I had lost none of my hula hooping prowess as a child, except for that as a child all I'd really done was have it going around my waist endlessly. So over the next year or so I started looking into it more and starting to do other things with it, lifts and shrugs and all sorts of things, and really developed a passion for it. Yeah, it's great. I have people of all ages. We teach kids and things at after school care and those sorts of things, and we also teach anybody up to the age of, well, I'm not sure, probably around 70-ish. You could probably do it if you were 100, if you had the wherewithal.
Well, I reckon you might.
Well, I'm 52 now. I'm going strong.
Now, you mentioned all these different things that don't sound anything like the hula hooping I did when I was a kid. How much has hula hooping evolved over the years?
Well, it's become quite a big thing in America, and the more people doing it, the more things people keep coming up with. So, I mean, often you'll be doing a trick of somebody, you know, that you've just picked up from somewhere, and you'll accidentally chance upon something else to do with it. So it's something that is continually evolving. Gymnasts certainly have been doing lots of different tricks and things with them for a long, long time, using the smaller aluminium hoops. But this is a whole new ball game where you know, doing more dancing, and, well, a lot of people still just use it for an aerobic exercise with weighted hoops, which is fine, but it can do so much more than that. You can use it on pretty well every single part of your body, your feet, your hands, your waist, your hips, your knees, neck, off your shoulder, all sorts of things, elbow to elbow. It's just so much fun that it's something that you can sustain.
Yeah, it's something that I think I should get into, because sport for me, it's something I always want to do but never quite get around to it, because, yeah, sometimes it's not so fun when you are pushing the pavement, so to speak. So let's have a go here, because I think I need to get a bit of core strength going. There are all these different of hoops in front of us. What are we looking at?
Okay, we have the large hoops, which are a little bit over 1 metre in diameter. They are mainly used for beginners, but they're also used a lot for general hoop dancing as well, because they go slower. Being the bigger the hoop, the slower it can go. Then we've got the next size down, which I call a medium hoop. That one is a little under 1 metre, and it's good for doing things on your arms and neck and knees, and when you're using two hoops together. Easier to do around the knees without getting quite so many bruises when you're starting.
So for me, given that I'm a complete beginner, probably haven't done it for 25 years. The big hoops. I like the big hoop with the feather boa around it. That's rather gorgeous.
Yes. That's something I'm working on for a bit of burlesque-y sort of. They're getting into the hoops and things in the burlesque scene now as well.
Oh, because you make them yourself, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I make anything from those tiny little hand hoops you see there to I'm doing LED hoops now as well, which are fantastic at night. It's excellent.
Oh, a bit of good glamour for the night scene. Nice.
Great.
All right, so we've got these big ones.
There you go.
Yep. Okay, so we've got it in front of me. Okay, you put it around your waist.
Yes. Now, contrary to popular belief, you do not have to swivel your hips around and around, nor do you wiggle them from side to side, because that isn't so good on your back. So in order to get the best benefit for your spine and to be able to do it for longer as well, it's because it's less tiring, generally speaking, it's actually more of a forward back movement with a bit of a pelvic thrust going back and forward. If you imagine you're trying to get your belly button hitting the hoop every time it goes around, and the corresponding area on your back will be hitting it as it's going around the back.
Okay, so I should give it a go, perhaps?
I think you should give it a go.
All right, again with the microphone, it's going to be a little bit interesting. But anyway, I've got this massive hoop at my back and out the front of me.
A bit closer together.
Oh, yeah, legs close. Okay, shoulder width apart. And I'm going to turn it. Oh, God, that's hard.
You might have to put a little bit more energy.
Oh, am I doing it right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going down. My legs, I was doing the bow-legged horseman.
And remember, it's only the hoop that's going to be going around, so you don't have to sort of be pushing it around with your hips. I always tell people when they're starting out, like, not to get frustrated about it, just to breathe and relax and let it go, and be prepared to look a little bit silly now and again, but that's a good thing.
Now, I know you're about to start doing special classes for senior citizens. They might sort of laugh at this and think, oh, I haven't done that since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. So why is it good for older people to give this a go in terms of health and fitness?
Okay, well, it's low impact, and you can do it as fast or as slow as you like. It's very, very good for the hip area, because the way that you're moving your stomach and your pelvis through helps to strengthen and relax and build up all the muscles in your lumbar region and your back in general. It can also help to, like, for example, on your knee, like I've had a meniscus injury a long time ago, but by doing hooping around my knees and even just normal hooping, that also helps just to strengthen and build up the muscles around the injuries so that it's not going to bother you as much.
Nice, and I guess they would get a fair few giggles out of it too, a bit of tummy muscle work there.
Yeah, definitely. And I get a lot of people, from all ages saying, I can't do this, there's no way. Somebody in a class yesterday that said, oh, well, I'm going to be a fail. But within 5 minutes I had her doing it. And, yeah, she was so excited about it. And you get a lot of aha moments and, oh, yeah, I got it, every time you manage to do a new trick. It's fantastic, yeah.
Lucinda Marty from Alfred Cove, who runs hula hoop classes for young and old, even having limited success with Fleur Danger. It's 28.